Hi, it's Jean Kuhn, and today my special guest is Irene Rozansky. And Irene is a problem solver. She loves helping people learn more than what they know now. In virtually every position she has held in her career, some element of it pertains to helping others improve their knowledge, their skills, their self-confidence, productivity, safety, and the ability to set and achieve goals. In other words, Irene loves to help people be their very best. Irene has done extensive studies, has extensive studies in health and wellness, and comes to this field after retiring from senior corporate positions for both for-profit and nonprofit organizations. Irene, welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for asking me.
You're welcome. Well, first of all, there's so many facets to you, right? There's so many different things that you do. And first of all, I love your background. Love your background. Yeah, nice stuff.
This is compliments of our dear friend Anne, who said, find a place in your house you think is serene. And so here I am. I'm sitting in my kitchen, looking in my hall with my...
Oh, that's so funny. That's awesome. That's a great background. I mean, to stop me in my tracks when we're doing an interview, that's a great background. So Irene, I know that you've got a couple little businesses going on here, and I don't mean to diminish them by saying a couple little businesses, but I know that this is your part-time side hustle. You've actually got probably more than what we even know of going on. I'd like to ask right now, tell me how many of those are, and tell me what they are and how many you've got going on.
I've got 3, maybe 4. So what was a more than a part-time hustle was when I was a substitute teacher, K through 12, in 3 or 4 different districts in the area. Well, you know, that sort of stopped now. So my side hustle there was 𝐅𝐔𝐒𝐄 International, which is a health and wellness company. And now that's my full-time, and everything else is part-time. And so I also am working on a coursework. I'm putting together courses online to help women of a certain age and beyond.
What would that age be?
Changes in life. Excuse me?
Well, say that
again. Midlife and into your 80s.
Infinity and beyond.
Exactly. I mean, we don't know how old women are going to be going, right? You know, 105, 110. I have no idea.
So, well, and was there
50
one more?
to 60.
Was there one more? You said part-time teaching, 𝐅𝐔𝐒𝐄. Oh, and the courses. Was there 4?
So that's 3. Well, the 4th one is really just not there yet.
Okay.
It's just a little seed in my brain, and it has to do with work. It's taking my work and actually pairing up with lots of other small business owners so we can work together on various different things. For example, I have one person I'm working with, and we're going to go out and we're going to actually go to senior centers when they're open, and we're going to be talking about balance, because she does stuff with balance, and I'm going to be talking about balance in terms of your skin and in terms of your mind. And so those are paired up. It's not part of 𝐅𝐔𝐒𝐄. It's a side hustle from that, but it's, you know, and I've got others also in the works.
Awesome. So now you brought up 𝐅𝐔𝐒𝐄 a couple times. So let's talk about 𝐅𝐔𝐒𝐄. Tell people what 𝐅𝐔𝐒𝐄 is, but they may not know. And then I have a couple more questions for you.
Okay, sure. So 𝐅𝐔𝐒𝐄 is an international company. It's 40 years old. It's having its 40th anniversary this year. It is probably the first company that absolutely wanted to provide pure products, cosmetics, and skincare. Back then, they didn't even have initially they didn't have the nutrition, but it's done. This man by the name of Peter Mork, he believed that 3 things. He believed that we were putting crap, not nice stuff, on our skin. He knew that was a mistake. He also knew there were a ton of women in the world who might want to have a side gig, a part-time thing. They're stay-at-home moms. Back then, 40 years ago, lots of stay-at-home moms. And this would give them an opportunity to have either fun money, or this would helps the family itself. So that was the other thing. And the third thing, which just blows me away because it's the thing that really made me fall in love with the company, is he loves the earth. And so everything every product, whether it's nutritional or skin or mind body stuff, is all plant-based. Our protein is pea-based, which means it doesn't have any whey, it doesn't have any of the stuff that most people are allergic to. And all of the products are done in such a way that they have no bad chemicals. In the United States, for example, there are 15 chemicals that are banned from using for skincare. 15. In Europe, 1,200.
Oh, wow.
Arbonne, over 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I love that.
So I know that you love Arbonne. You told me before how much you really love Arbonne. Why do you love it so much? Why do you use the product?
I use the product because it makes me look and feel great. I use all of their products. I've tried all of them anyway, all 400 plus. And well, no, that's not true, because I don't try every shade of lipstick. I don't try every shade of mascara, or any of that stuff, but the basic products. And I love the products because they are simple, and they are pure, and they're very safe, and they're also beneficial. 70% of what we put on our skin gets absorbed into our skin within 26 seconds.
Wow. Well, and 26. Skin is our biggest organ.
And skin is our biggest organ, and some people even call it our third lung because of the breathing, what we bring in and out. And it also gets the most toxic if we're not careful. So anyway, we have, in the gut itself, we have 80% of our immune system comes from the gut. And that then also 70% of that tells the brain what to do. I mean, it's all connected. So this is an organization that is holistic. Now, when I joined, did I know that? Hell no. No, I just love the product. Somebody brought me the product, or I went to a party and somebody tried the basic skincare on me. And I thought, oh, this isn't bad. This is pretty good. And the price was okay. And then when I realized that, that price really is very good because it goes out for 5 to 6 months. Then I thought, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. So I tried it, and I started really oozing about it. I started saying, oh, you should try this. And then who is now my upline, she said to me, well, instead of just oozing about it and telling people about it, why don't you make some money on it? Because when you tell somebody, you can get money back. And if you buy products, you also get a little commission on what you buy. I mean, so it was all that. And I really was afraid to do it because I was, my family was so against it.
Let me ask this. You're the baby of the family.
I'm the baby of the family.
How old are you?
75.
When you first told me that, I'm like, holy cow. How does this woman look so stinking amazing, right, at being 75? I mean, because I know people who are over 75 and their skin is really weathered, or I'm starting to get those little
lines.
Yeah. I didn't notice any of those on your face, Missy, right? I'm sure you probably have a couple.
I have them, but I do put cream there, and I rub it in, and I take care of it.
Yeah. So I thought I was shocked when you told me that you were 75. So I love the fact that you love the product. I love the fact that you use the product. And actually, I really think that the fact that you're 75, you should have that like on a poster. Like, this space uses Arbonne products, right? So good for you. I want to continue on though. I want to ask though, with Arbonne, what are your 3 favorite products? I know that they have a big line, but what are your 3 favorite products?
Okay, well, it was very difficult very difficult for me to think of just three, but I do have three.
Okay.
My number one, because I'm 75, is called Mind Health.
Okay.
It comes in a little container,
Mm-hmm.
a little packet, and you pour it into a drink, and you mix it up. And I just put it in my smoothie in the morning.
Okay.
And it's got all the vitamins, all the things that you need to stay focused and concentrated.
Okay.
And memorize things, or not memorize, but have a memory. See, it doesn't work all the time. So.
Well, you know what? That is something that people, I mean, we're finding people getting Alzheimer's and dementia earlier and earlier and earlier.
That's right.
Probably based on the food that we're eating.
And the environment.
And I'm not going to lie, probably some of the stuff, the chemicals that we're injecting into us and being vaccines, right?
That's right.
So, yeah, so good for you for staying with that and using that product. So, I mean.
Yeah, I love that. The other one that I love is also for my health. It's called Daily Digestion. And what it is a prebiotic, a probiotic, and digestive enzymes. And again, that's just something I put in water and stir it up, and I drink it first thing in the morning, and it helps the whole gut area do what's supposed to do. And if you have to bring something into the gut that maybe isn't so healthy for you, it also helps you get rid of things without it absolutely having to go into your fat cells.
Okay, awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
And what's that third one? The
third one it's called night. You use it at night. They're pads that you put on your face, that you rub on your face, and they smooth out your skin.
What?
It's not. I don't. It's like, well, it's a little bit like an exfoliator, but it's not. But it's better.
Okay.
Specifically for your face, and it's gentle enough, and it doesn't leave you dry. Like there are things that people put on, like the tea tree stuff and all that that has a very strong smell, and it really dries your skin out, because that way you come back and do more creams, right?
Right.
Well, it doesn't do that. And when I do this consistently, it keeps the skin looking good. If I don't, believe me, I start seeing the wrinkles, and I start seeing things I don't want to see.
Wow.
Yeah. So I love that.
That's amazing. What kind of success are you having with Arbonne?
I'm having great success. It's really interesting. This is, like Mary Kay and Avon and the jewelry people, and all of these. We went belly to belly, right? We would go meet people. We'd meet them for coffee. We'd have parties. We'd have events, and that was sort of the traditional way to do it. But I started a while back to try to do some of this via Zoom, even before Zoom became our middle name for everybody. And so I've been successful in getting Zoom meetings online and introducing people to a lot of different products. This last weekend, I had the most fun. I had a facial party.
Okay.
You would think that, how could you have a facial party? How do they feel it? Well, I made sure everybody was local, and I dropped off at everybody's houses a face mask, a cloth to wash your face with that has certain ingredients in it, and then a night cream. And then I also gave them a fizzy drink, which is like a little cocktail. It's an energy drink, and also some calming tea. So we had our party online. We talked about putting on the mask, and we all laughed about how we looked, and everybody on the screen were talking to each other. They could see each other, except for one lady who was doing this on her phone, and she couldn't see everybody. But
there's always one.
Yeah, there's always one, right? So we just had the best time. And while they were sitting back toward the last 5 or so minutes of their, it's 15 minutes that you keep this thing on, I had talked with them about other things during, I mean, they have eye holes so they could see. So, but the last 5 minutes, I had found this phenomenal 5-minute meditation on YouTube that talked about self-care and self-love. And the comments from this event were so wonderful and so special. And I felt like I really taught people how to take care of themselves easily. It's not expensive. And I got great orders after that.
I love that. And I love the fact that, because you would never usually do that in a home setting, right? You wouldn't usually take them through a meditation in a home setting, but really with Zoom, it's so easy to share your screen, share a YouTube video with them. Oh my God, I love that idea. And I love the fact that it was on self-care so they could hear that also about taking care of themselves. I'm not surprised that you got great response from that. So good for you.
Wonderful.
So rinse and repeat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have another one scheduled.
Good for you. High five. High five. That's an amazing result. Do you find like feel like you have amazing results with your clients? Let me ask this. Everybody's going to say yes, right, to that question. Have you ever had any bombs or any failures? And not necessarily from your fault, but we all, you know what? I find bad stories to be interesting. So razzle dazzle me, Irene.
All right. So my very first party, I invited my good friends. And one of my good friends decided she really, really wanted to help me out. So she bought the whole nutrition thing. And so I kept after she got it, I kept calling her and saying, how's it going? Well, I haven't started it yet. And then finally she fessed up to say, well, Irene, I don't remember what she had. She had her stomach was like half her stomach. She'd had so many operations. She had cancer and all these other things. She shouldn't have been on this. She needed her doctor's approval. Yeah. So I felt like I didn't do of course I was learning. This was my first time, but still I felt like, holy cow, how could I have let her get this? If I had asked the right questions, if I had seen what she wanted to do, I could have let her help me in another way. This is what she wanted to do. But I felt like that was a big flop, but it was also a big lesson.
Well, and that's really, honestly, that's really where we learn the best lessons, right? Is when they are a big flop. And unfortunately, nobody wants to have a flop, right? Nobody wants to. But that's where the growth comes from. That's where the learning comes from. If everything was great and handy dandy, you wouldn't have learned nothing from that. So yay, that I don't think that's a big failure. I think that's a great success.
Well, but it reminded me that I need to be listening.
Yeah.
Really need to be going at what they need, not what I think they should go for.
So what's the top 3 things you want to get accomplished in 2020 besides getting out of your house?
Oh, you mean just leaving the house for a day?
Let's get getting out of. We're during the coronavirus lockdown.
Right. We're absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I want is to be I want to be at the end of the year. I want to reach the next level, 2 levels up from where I am.
Okay.
You're talking which means I'm going to be making $10,000 to $20,000 sales each month.
Okay.
I want to be making bonuses, lots of bonuses.
All right.
So that's for me, this coronavirus thing, which I'm protecting myself from, this has given me an opportunity to really dive into this, to really do the homework, to really make mistakes all over the place and learn from. And that's what I'm using this time for. So I think I can get there. That's my goal, one of my goals. My other goal is that I will have run my course, my online course, at least twice, and probably get about $5,000 each time I run it.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about money on this interview.
You don't have to, but if you did, we won't hold that against you.
Okay, thank you. But the most important thing for me is to get to a place where I am not needing any special discounts or loans from my family or anything else, that I am completely on my own, paying my own way and moving forward. And so I want to take advantage of whatever comes along, and, you know, and really look at all the opportunities and see how that fits in to my new life, because this is so different for me. This is so different from my corporate life.
I love that. Well, Irene, how can somebody reach you? Somebody who's watching this interview right now, how can they reach out to you and go, you know what? Damn, I want to look like that when I'm 75.
Well, they can reach me by emailing me at I for Irene, E for Esther, R for Rozansky, IER, Arbonne, ARBONNE, number 1, @gmail.com.
Awesome. So, Irene, thank you so much for being my guest today. I totally appreciate it. I've enjoyed our conversation so much, and I'm looking at you going, damn, I want to look like that when I'm 75. So you're an inspiration.
You will.
You will. You're an inspiration, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here, sharing that with me and everyone else. Have a lovely day.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Take care. Bye.
Bye.